Dr. June Suma. Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles. Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Dr. Francis Severin. University Registrar, Dr. Maurice Smith. Director of Alumni Relations for the University, Mrs. Cecile Davidson Francis. Our newly elected Guild President, Mrs. Christine McCann, and other distinguished members of the Guild Executive. Our top matriculant, Ms. Shania Taylor. Campus registrars from the Mona campus, St. Augustine campus, Cave Hill campus, and the Director of Administration, Five Islands campus. Members of our open campus leadership team, our Deputy Principal, Dr. Emily Dickford, Director APAD, Dr. Glenda Gay, Director Graduate Studies and Research, Professor Julie Meeks, Head of the Caribbean Child Development Center and Director of the Open Campus Consortium for Social Development and Research, Mrs. Cecile Minot, Chief Information Officer, Mr. Tommy Chen, Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Noel Morgan, Acting Director of Open Campus Country Sites, Mr. Ryan Bayer, Coordinator for Planning and Institutional Research, Dr. Ngoni Shaperi, Director of our Human Resources, Mr. Eric Barron, Head Student Experience Unit, Dr. Veronica Simon, all our site heads and coordinators, members of our academic, technical, and administrative staff, our Senior Assistant Registrar and Assistant Registrars, Head of our Business Development Office, Ms. Anisha Welch, Officer in Charge, Continuing and Professional Education Center, Ms. Jamie Lee Rock, our Quality Assurance Officer, Dr. Pamela Dottin, our Guild Office Manager, Ms. Charlene Holder, our Campus Alumni Officer, Mrs. Sandra Griffith Carrington, all our students in attendance, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to this, our 2022 matriculation ceremony. This ceremony signals the start of a brand new academic year and the start to your new journey. We say thank you for choosing the UWI as your preferred place to pursue your tertiary education. Over my years at the UWI, I have been asked by students about the significance of this ceremony. To matriculate means to enroll as a member of a body and especially of a college or university. Today, you become members of this noble institution. It is at this ceremony that all our new students are formally enrolled into the University of the West Indies by the Vice Chancellor himself. You are now members of an elite group of high achievers, outstanding sportsmen and women, norm-shattering creatives, thought-provoking leaders, and trailblazers. At the Open Campus, you are guaranteed a top-notch education. We have some of the most competent program managers, coordinators, instructors, and administrators anywhere in the region, and for that matter, in the world. We are confident of the quality and commitment of our staff. We do not take your choice of the UWI for granted and value the fact that you start each day choosing the Open Campus. We see ourselves as partners in your development. Your development will not only involve the acquisition of knowledge, but also personal growth. We believe in the holistic development of our students. We therefore encourage you to participate in our out-of-classroom programs, such as the First Year Experience Program, the UWI Mentorship Program, as well as becoming active members of the Guild, and any other opportunities that may present themselves for that matter. Today, I encourage you to build a new community of friends and a network of future Caribbean leaders, while at the Open Campus. Make the most of your time. Make the most of this experience. I speak on behalf of myself and my colleagues that we commit to inspiring you and supporting you as you strive to reach your highest potential. We are here to ensure that your experience with us will not only heighten your intellectual prowess, but will also provide you with the necessary skills and competencies that you need to function effectively in the world today. It is my hope that you will remember this day, this moment with a sense of pride, recalling the obstacles you faced and overcame to be here, the Caribbean's premier tertiary institution. Welcome to the University of the West Indies Open Campus. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite our Guild President, our brand new Guild President, Mrs. Christine McCann, to address us.
Hello, my fellow Pelicans. Greetings from the Guild of Students. Welcome to the University of the West Indies Open Campus. Your enrollment is the beginning of a bright future that awaits you, a kept commitment you have decided to make to gain your success. You will never regret enrolling in this institution. Be prepared to be groomed, guided, and supported. Your academic success is a shared responsibility. We hope you will immerse yourself in various educational opportunities, nurture a rich personality, and lead a fulfilling student life. Make it fun while learning and earning your degree. We salute your courage to step forward and take the chance, a chance that one might think would be impossible due to the COVID pandemic. The pandemic might have taken a lot from us, but it taught us to prepare ourselves for the inevitable. We must learn to adjust and accommodate new aspects of life that will also teach us lessons to prepare us to be strong, bold fighters. Amidst the disasters, your academic pursuit was not at any point disturbed. Achieving this breakthrough was not an easy task, but thanks to your strength and endurance, you made it. Your zero shall be turned hero. Remember to prioritize your health and well-being, as we know the road ahead is rocky until you are through paving it for success. You have the potential to emerge strong, so be prepared to study diligently and pray wholeheartedly. But rest assured that the Guild of Students will always support your success. We provide a special place in this virtual open space where you can ask questions and seek advice while gaining understanding. The Guild of Students is passionate about serving the common good. There will come a time when, as students, we must seek resolutions. It can take intellectual and moral courage to defend or oppose something. The Guild will considerately explore the ethical principles or criteria guiding our decisions to stand up and protect you. The Guild values accountability, integrity, respect and courtesy, and support behavior for all faculty, staff, and fellow students. We work hand in hand with the administrative staff and management team who have an invested interest in your success. Their hard work and dedication are poised to serve you to accomplish the accomplished and talented students. You will always find valuable and wonderful people around you to pursue your academic pursuits. However, to realize your true self, you must work together for the common goal. Let me encourage you to rise to the occasion to be at the top. The campus honor roll list recognizes BSc and BEd undergraduate students for their outstanding academic performance in each semester 1 and 2. This is one of the ways the campus promotes your academic excellence. I leave you with words from Abraham Lincoln. Discipline is just choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Welcome to the Open Campus family. We are happy you are here with us from all over the Caribbean and the world. Ready, set, go, and remember, together we can make it happen.
Thank you so much, Dear President, and welcome to the position as well. We look forward to a wonderful year serving with you and your team. I now would like to introduce you to our Principal and Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Francis Severin. Dr. Francis O. Severin, is the Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Open Campus, effective August 1st, 2022. Dr. Severin, a national of Dominica, has had a long and distinguished career with the University of the West Indies. He first served the UWI part-time as local tutor in the UWI Distance Education Program, School of Continuing Studies in Dominica from 1994 to 1998, but began his formal career with the UWI on July 1, 1999 as project officer in the Office of Administration and Special Initiatives, Vice Chancellery at Mona in Jamaica. In August 2005, he assumed the post of resident tutor, head of the School of Continuing Studies in Dominica, before becoming Director Acting Open Campus Country Sites from August 1, 2012 to March 31st, 2013. He served as Director Open Campus Country Sites from October 2013 to July 2020, Deputy Principal of the Open Campus from August 1, 2020 to July 31st, 2021, before his appointment as Interim Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal during the academic year August 1st, 2021 to July 31st, 2020. Dr. Severin graduated in 1991 from the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus with a Bachelor of Arts in History and Social Studies with Education, and from the Mona campus twice, firstly in 1998 with the MSc in Sociology, specializing in Social Policy and Administration, and then the PhD in Education in 2006. He was a member of the One UWI Task Force and the establishment of the 5th Campus Task Force, chairing the Student Affairs Subcommittee in the latter. Dr. Severin has served on numerous campus and university boards and committees. He co-chaired the Open Campus's COVID-19 emergency management team and was the Open Campus's public orator from 2010 to 2021. Dr. Severin is the first male to hold the office of Deputy Principal and Principal of the Open Campus. I introduce you all now to our wonderful Principal and Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Francis Severin.
A very pleasant evening to each and every one of you. Thank you very much, Campus Registrar, for your generosity and your words of approbation. It is good to be here. And Campus Registrar, you have done an excellent and thorough job at listing those on our protocol list. So I will not hazard to go through them again, save to recognize, of course, as always, our Campus Council Chair, Dr. June Suma. We're happy that you're with us, Ambassador Suma, Vice Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles, our University Registrar, Dr. Maurice Smith, Deputy Principal, Dr. Emily Dick Ford, and of course, our other members, my colleagues on the OC, EMC, our Guild of Student President, Mrs. Christine McCann, and I have to say to you, President McCann, that your background with the banner which contained your motto made you look quite celestial. It made you look like you had wings. And I have to tell you, colleagues, that you know, our president is in flight, really. And of course, our students, today is your day. Colleagues all, ladies and gentlemen, It gives me great pleasure as your campus pro-vice chancellor and principal to extend a warm welcome and greetings to all of you gathered here this evening for the 2022 Open Campus Matriculation and Welcome Ceremony. A special welcome and congratulations to our new matriculants. To our top matriculant, I extend a special welcome and hearty congratulations to you. As the Caribbean's leading university, the University of the West Indies mission seeks to advance learning, create knowledge, and foster innovation for the positive transformation of the Caribbean and the wider world. At the Open Campus, we are excited to be part of this mission, and we continue to do our very best to ensure that you, our students, are cared for and receive world-class quality education. As you embark upon this journey with the Open Campus, I wish to ruminate with you the significance of this event, and perhaps more fundamentally, what you are commencing today. In a region where the relevant age cohorts, which should legitimately be enrolled in higher education, are still tragically low, you need to be keenly aware and constantly reminded how privileged you are. I use that word privilege cautiously and even warily, in the sense that higher education ought to be, certainly from my own perspective, a human right, as opposed to being a patronage to a lucky select few. Any policy or action or ideology, national or otherwise, that threatens the foregoing must be viewed as constituting an unfriendly disposition to human development and welfare, in essence, precipitating a humanitarian crisis. I must point out to you that the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, include among them the very important goal number 4, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The Open Campus, as you must well know, is an absolutely important facilitator in that regard. And it is vital that we do not lose sight of this fundamental fact. My hope, along with my prayer, is that the Caribbean region will one day arrive at a place where quality higher education will not be the preserve and the sanctuary of a few, but the boon provided to as many people in the population as possible. To be sure, the hopes and aspirations of generations yet unborn will thank us for having advanced this noble cause. You must take full advantage of it and become the models and living representations of how higher education can transform not only your lives, but the lives of your families and the people in your communities. I wish also to reiterate that we cannot, as a region and as a people, and indeed as a distinct civilization, emerge from poverty, dispossession, crime, delinquency, underdevelopment, deprivation, and other ills if a critical mass of our population has no access to higher education. I truly believe the foregoing statement is the essence, the spirit, and sensibility of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Importantly, in the absence of pervasive, excellent quality higher education, our democracy and our freedom will be at least, or at best, fragile, and at worst, severely undermined. These are risks we cannot take, and we do not have the luxury of time. A lot, my dear matriculants, is going to depend upon you. much rests upon your shoulders. I would therefore like to urge you to take up your rightful places within the open campus and the University of the West Indies, and also in your communities, towns, villages, and hamlets, as advocates and activists for greater access to higher education. This is no simple task. Why do I say so? You must, by your continuous academic diligence and discipline, demonstrate the advantage of attending the UWI. As the educated people of the region, you must, by your actions and behavior, the quality of work you produce, the way you speak, and indeed your presentation of self in everyday life, to quote the title of a classic book by one of the founding fathers of sociology, Max Weber, impress observers so much that they are moved to also attend this great institution that you have fittingly chosen for your higher education journey and expedition. At the Open Campus, we are committed to your development and continue to invest resources to ensure that you have the best experience while pursuing your studies. For instance, the Student Support and Services section of the registry has several initiatives, especially for you. You heard some from the campus registrar. Some of these initiatives include the Campus Honor Roll program, which highlights students who have excelled in their studies. The Top Matriculant program, which celebrates the incoming student with the best entry qualification, as we see here this evening. Leadership training programs for students, first year experience program, student development webinars such as Job Ready, how to fix your resume, the hosting of games nights, both by the Guild of Students and the Student Services Department. Furthermore, we're also cognizant of the financial challenges that many of you may encounter along your journey. Hence, we have made scholarships available to assist you with your tuition. Our standard scholarships are offered to students who are nationals of a CARICOM country. UWI Open Scholarship, UWI Toronto Gala, AFUI, this is the American Foundation for the University of the West Indies, the Vivian Roberts Scholarship. I know for many of you, your studies are priority, and rightfully so. However, I wish to remind you that you must not be only committed to your studies, but it is important to strive to achieve a balance in both curricular and co-curricular activities. I urge you to participate in your Guild of Students activities and encourage each other towards success. Initiatives of the Guild of Students include social events at the various chapters, donations via the Guild grant to students with needs, mentorship initiatives, fundraisers. At the Open Campus, we wish to continuously enhance your experience as students. Hence, at the beginning of the academic year, 21-22, we launched the Student Virtual Concierge Services Unit, which we subsequently rebranded the Student Experience Unit, SEU. This unit was established in order to send an unequivocal signal that our focus would be, and in fact, ought to be, on the students and the quality of their experience. We believed such an important function should not be taken for granted, and therefore, we had to purposely and consciously ensure it was implemented. In that way, we could advance a culture where you, our students, are placed at the front and center, as indeed you should be. The SEU will work alongside the mainstream support mechanisms that we have come to associate with higher education institutions. For example, the Student Support and Services, which I mentioned a little earlier. What we intend is that the SEU will lighten the burden of these departments while it addresses profoundly the human element of our students. Our focus during the academic year 2020 to 23 will be on ensuring that all of you students will feel so happy to be part of the University of the West Indies, that you will carry happy memories throughout your lives and will want to maintain your affinity to your alma mater as alumni. We will therefore do everything possible to meet you where you are and leave no one behind. As principal, I am committing my staff to providing excellent service and a satisfying learning ecology during your journey at the Open Campus. I am also asking you as a quid pro quo to remember, and you heard President McCann, to remember that the employees of the Open Campus are your fellow humans who carry, like yourselves, the burdens, the travails, and the losses imposed upon us by this wicked COVID-19 pandemic. In that regard, I would like to see mutual respect, courtesy, and love. This is the covenant. I'm using biblical terms here, you know. This is the covenant that we must agree to. I will certainly hold staff responsible for any breach of that covenant. And I have full and absolute confidence that the president and executive of the Guild of Students will hold you, the students, to the highest standards. And this is why I describe it as a quid pro quo. In closing, I urge you not to embrace or entertain doubts or negative thoughts. Always be positive and welcome change, forever seeing it as an opportunity to grow or gain fresh knowledge. Importantly, remind yourselves that you belong to one of the finest universities in the world. Of course, that fact in itself places a special onus and burden on you to lead from the front. You must take up that leadership mantle from now, as we do not have the luxury of time. Once again, I offer you my warm welcome to the Open Campus and extend hearty congratulations on the occasion of your matriculation. Best wishes for a successful academic journey through the Open Campus and the University of the West Indies. We know that at the end of it all, you will become strong supporters and advocates of your alma mater. Thank you, God bless you, and peace.
Thank you so very much, Principal. We hear your words to the students, your charge to the students, and we hope they will take them to heart. At this moment, we welcome our Deputy Principal to bring us an overview of the Open Campus. Our Deputy Principal is Dr. Emily Dickford, and Dr. Dickford is the Deputy Principal of the University of the West Indies Open Campus and served for 2 3-year terms as chair of the Open Campus's Research Ethics Committee. Dr. Dickford has worked with the UWI for a total of 29 years, commencing as a lecturer in accounting at the Cave Hill campus, where she served for 17 years, and has worked with the Open Campus for 12 years. She served as a government senator and Minister of Planning, Housing, and the Environment in the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago between 2007 and 2010. Dr. Dickford is a responsible governance expert with a PhD in accounting from the University of Dundee, Scotland, where she graduated in 2001. She's a certified professional accountant with CPA Canada with fellowship status. She earned an MPhil Finance from the University of Cambridge, England, and a BSc Accounting First Class Honours from the University of the West Indies Cave Hill Campus, Barbados. Dr. Dickford is a scholarship winner with the Cambridge Commonwealth Trust, the Association of Commonwealth Universities, and the University of Dundee International Students Scholarship. Her research, presentations, and publications span, inter alia, the areas of ESG disclosures, ISO 26000 corporate social reporting, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, strategic management accounting, sustainable banking, and education for climate change. Dr. Dick Ford has a passion to advance responsible leadership and good governance in institutions, especially in the finance sector and among accounting and finance professionals, towards a circular economy and a just and fair society. An advocate for lifelong learning, Dr. Dick Ford recently earned a certificate in the United Nations course titled My Sustainable Living Challenge, which was a 6-week course that ended on August 29, 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, our Deputy Principal, Dr. Emily Dick Ford.
Thank you, Campus Registrar, and good evening to everyone. The Campus Registrar has provided us with a very long protocol list, and like our principal, I want to say a very special welcome to our students, to our Campus Council Chair, to our University Registrar, the Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal of our Campus Registrar, and all of our Open Campus Executive Management Committee and staff. Very important, our staff, as important as our students. And it is my job this evening to take you through, and I'm going to do that really quickly, to introduce you, give you an overview of our campus. But our campus sits within the context of the University of the West Indies, which is one institution, 5 campuses, and the Open Campus is a campus that is located, across 17 countries with 42 locations across those 17 countries. Within the context of the University of the West Indies, we have been ranked. We began our ranking of being a part of the ranking of international of universities in 2018. And we debuted among the top 5%. And as you can see, we rose among the top 4%. And then in 2022, we are now among the top 1.5% of universities globally. And this is according to the very reputable Times Higher Education World University Rankings. So welcome to the University of the West Indies and to one of the campuses of the university. I want to share with you, just as I said briefly, the overview of the university as well as the campus itself. So the UWI's vision statement is to be an excellent global university rooted in the Caribbean. And the university's ranking shows that we are in fact well on the way and well established in terms of that vision. The university's mission statement to advance learning, create knowledge, and foster innovation for the positive transformation of our Caribbean and the wider world. And that's where we take a look at how do we go global. And global has a lot to do with the fact that we have persons from the Caribbean diaspora, as well as from Africa and other nations who are very much interested in what the UWI has to offer. Okay. The purpose of the Open Campus within the context of the University of the West Indies is to open doors to life-changing learning wherever you are. And our principal is always talking about the hamlets and the byways. And this has been the story of the Open Campus. Recently, a student connected with me to ask for assistance in some matter related to the EdD program that she was in, and EdD being an educational doctorate program. And she told me that she actually began as a young mother of 3 when she was 19. She re-entered education and academics through the extramural. And that is the purpose of the Open Campus. We open doors to life-changing learning wherever you are. And that is wherever you are physically, wherever you are emotionally, and wherever you are in terms of your education. So the purpose of the Open Campus is well established, and we continue along that vein. The core values of the university, held firmly by all campuses as well as the open campus, are listed for you to see: integrity, excellence, diversity, gender justice, student-centeredness, and financial sustainability. The university and the open campus, we are into a new strategic plan 2022 to 2027, and it's called the AAA strategy 2022 to 2027 phase 2 revenue revolution, building on the AAA strategy that just ended and moving forward, as the graphic shows you, powered by digital transformation. So the revenue revolution, this is what you are about to be engaged in as we roll it out in full. Additionally, one of the focus things that I mentioned was student-centeredness. And one of the practices of having a strategic plan, outlining a vision and mission, and having strategies and so on, you must have policies and procedures to operationalize what you say you're going to do. So to operationalize, one of the ways that we operationalize student-centeredness is to have a student charter. And I invite you students to visit that charter and hold us to it. And I know that our colleagues in our delivery division, the academic programming and delivery division, they hold closely. They hold this UE student charter very closely. And in fact, recently they revised the charter, updated it, because they actually have updated, we have updated our delivery model to improve how we serve you as students, both from an academic quality perspective, as well as a student experience perspective. You would have heard our principals speak about our student experience unit, and that unit has made quite a lot of inroads into really addressing those issues that tend to be on the periphery and bring it into the center so that we can serve you better. The Open Campus is fully accredited by the Barbados Accreditation Council, and this is acknowledged and recognized by the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago. So we have a 7-year accreditation. Our focus is to be relevant to our region, which is, again, in keeping with the mission of the university. And there's a strong emphasis in the Open Campus on locating issues within a Caribbean context and devising programs that address national and regional challenges, making the UE Open Campus the ideal educational institution for the region. And so I can tell you that despite all of the qualifications you've heard that I have, the thing that what gave me this solid foundation to achieve all of what I achieved was my first degree in accounting at the Cave Hill campus way back in the day. We're not going to say when. There is a focus in the University of the West Indies on greening and climate smart and climate resilience, as well as sustainable development. Our pro-vice chancellor and principal again gave you quite a lot in terms of linking everything we do to Agenda 2030, which is the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. So he spoke to you about the Sustainable Development Goals. And I will say to you that the University of the West Indies and the Open Campus, our focus is on green campuses, and we are increasingly modeling climate smart and resilient development. This is an array of our programs. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Some of you would be enrolled in one or other in one of these. Our numerous CPEs, our educational doctorates, our postgrad diplomas, masters, advanced certificates, bachelor's degrees, and so on. Under our new strategic plan, the UWI intends to be, and it does not just intend as a dream, but in terms of how we organize ourselves going forward, to be more accessible, more aligned, and more agile in order to enhance the process of producing the ideal UWI graduate who will make a positive contribution to our society while being a financially sustainable institution. And I want to invite you to take the time to look at what we say the ideal UWI graduate should be. All of this information is available to you. And in fact, it would normally be in your course guide in our open campus programs. It is now, I close by saying to you students, welcome to the UWI and welcome to the open campus. Expect and contribute to an environment of innovation, integrity, and transformation. Welcome students, and thank you, Campus Registrar.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dickford. There's no student in the room who can claim not to know who we are and what we're about. Thank you very much. Now we are at the stage in the program where we will welcome our Vice Chancellor. Now this is the whole point of this evening, where he will welcome you and bring you into our society, which is the University of the West Indies. Professor Sir Hilary Beckles is Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies. He is a distinguished academic, international thought leader, United Nations Committee official, and global public activist in the field of social justice and minority empowerment. Sir Hilary is a director of Sagicor Financial Corporation, PLC, the largest financial company in the Caribbean region, chairman of the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, the former chairman of the University of the West Indies Press, chairman of the Caribbean Community Commission on Reparation and Social Justice, president of Universities Caribbean, and editor of the UNESCO General History of Africa series, and the director of the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center. He has also served as an advisor to the UN World Culture Report and advisor to the Secretary General of the United Nations on Sustainable Development. He is a past vice president of the International Task Force for the UNESCO Slave Route Project and a past consultant for the UNESCO Cities for Peace Global Program. He has received numerous awards, including Honorary Doctor of Letters from Brock University in Canada, the University of Glasgow, University of Hull, and the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Ghana. In recognition of his major contribution to academic research on transatlantic slavery, popular culture, and sport, in 2017, the town of Hartford in the state of Connecticut, USA, declared the 21st of March Sir Hilary Beckles Day in recognition of his global contribution to social justice and human equality. He is also the recipient of the prestigious Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award for Global Advocacy, Academic Scholarship, and Intellectual Leadership in support of social justice, institutional equity, and economic development for marginalized and oppressed ethnicities and nations. Under his leadership as Vice Chancellor of the UWI, the institution established a 5th campus, the Five Islands campus in Antigua and Barbuda, and debuted in the prestigious Times Higher Education ranking in 2019, when it was ranked in the top 4% of the world's universities. In 2020, the university earned a triple first accolade as the #1 university in the Caribbean among the top 1% in Latin America and top 1% of worldwide universities between 50 and 80 years old. Continuing its upward trajectory in 2021, the UWI was ranked among the top 1.5% of universities ranked globally in the TAG. Sir Hilary has spearheaded an aggressive global reputation building strategy, which has resulted in 10 global centers in partnership with universities in North America, Latin America, Asia, Africa, and Europe. He also forged strategic industry partnerships to allow for the widened penetration of the UWI brand through new media channels and 24/7 cable television programming made possible by the creation of a Public Information and Education Service, UETV. Sorry. Sir Hilary has lectured extensively in Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Americas, and has published over 100 peer-reviewed essays in scholarly journals and more than 20 academic books. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our Vice Chancellor, Sir Hilary Beckles.
As your Vice Chancellor, it gives me tremendous joy and pleasure to extend to each and every one of you a glorious welcome to the University of the West Indies. We are appreciative of the fact that we are aware that you have had choices and you took the opportunity after your reflection to journey to the University of the West Indies as part of your academic development. You are indeed a special class. Next year, 2023, your University of the West Indies will be celebrating 75 years of service to the people of the Caribbean and beyond. You will be entering into those celebrations and participating in ways that you would wish. We look forward to engaging you in our 75th year. You will discover your purpose in being a member of the University of the West Indies community. Your journey will be a journey of self-discovery. The majority of you are from the Caribbean, and you will discover the significance of your Caribbeanness. You will participate in reviews of literature, cultural performance, and in those discoveries, you will feel the value and significance within your university of being Caribbean. Some of you are from the world beyond, and we welcome you especially as our special guests into our university community. You too will discover the significance of your Caribbean journey within the context of your own national identities. We ask each and every one of you to engage in the process of deepening your sense of responsibility. You are part of a global elite. We know that young people especially who have taken this opportunity to participate in university education, that you constitute a minority within the world's population. This places upon your shoulders an even greater responsibility for fulfilling your missions, maximizing your potential, and making contributions to your communities, to your nations, and to the world. The way you do this is to identify the big issues that are facing the world today. We know what they are, and you will discover a way in which you can prioritize those within your own consciousness. Issues around climate change, food security, issues that are relevant to public health and pandemic management, issues such as crime and violence and the security of citizens. These are the big issues that are facing the world today. And as students, we urge you to participate in these conversations. You are entering an academic community, and therefore your response will be of an academic nature. But we also urge you to become public advocates for your views, for the philosophies you hold dear, and for your willingness to make this world a better place. And to do so, some of you will choose to be activists, and to be activists within the finest traditions of the University of the West Indies culture. Your university is ranked in the top 1.5 of the best universities in the world. We are therefore an elite university. We are not an elitist university because we are a public university dedicated to ensuring that every citizen who is willing has rights of entry and rights to participate. There is no perfect university, and therefore we urge you to use your critical intellect, to use your critical consciousness, to identify ways in which even greater value can be added. We thank you again for choosing the University of the West Indies. We consider this an act of endorsement. And so, within that context, I thank you for your generosity and your kindness. I thank you for being a member of the family that is the University of the West Indies. Along your journey, I therefore wish you all the best of luck and best of fortune. As the Vice Chancellor and officer of the university, vested under Statute 5, with the authority to exercise general and specific supervision over the educational arrangements of the university, including authority for the admission of students, I am pleased to recognize all students admitted to the open campus to read for undergraduate degrees as duly matriculated, and all those admitted to read for associate degrees, undergraduate diplomas, and certificates as having satisfied the relevant statutory requirements.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. You can consider yourselves at this point, from this point onwards, official members, official students of the University of the West Indies. Now, we will welcome our top matriculant, Miss Shania Brittany Taylor, to read to us the academic vow. I'll tell you a little bit about our top matriculant. On the 5th of May 2000, a purpose-driven Shania Brittany Taylor was born on the peaceful shores of St. Kitts and Nevis. At the age of 5, a shy but curious Shania began her primary level education at St. Thomas Primary School, Nevis. There, a solid foundation was laid on which her work ethic and determination were nurtured. Shania was able to apply her school's motto, learn today, earn tomorrow, throughout her journey. She succeeded in her academic endeavors and earned the status of valedictorian and topped the Best Girl Award at graduation. In 2012, Shania gracefully moved on to the Charlestown Secondary School, Nevis. Throughout her years there, Shania demonstrated strong academic skills and was always among the top 5 in her class. She graduated in 2017 with 10 CSEC passes with all grade 1. This performance placed her second best on Nevis Island and 4th in the Federation. Special awards included Best Business in the Federation and Best Mathematics for her school. During the years 2017 and 2019, Shania attended the Nevis Sixth Form College, where she successfully wrote and passed 10 units of Caribbean Advanced Placement Examination. Shania is currently enrolled in the Bachelor's of Science degree in Accounting at the University of the West Indies Open Campus, of course. Upon successful completion of her undergraduate degree, she will contribute significantly to the financial sector through shared knowledge, improving the GDP of her country, and assisting in making structural changes to the economy to diversify its portfolio and capitalize on scarce resources to build a sustainable economy that will last for generations. Dr. Dickford, I hope you will be her mentor through this journey because she clearly has your passion for sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to welcome our top matriculant this year, Miss Shania Brittany Taylor, who obviously was the best choice. Shania, we welcome you to the UWI Open Campus, and we ask you now to read the academic vow on behalf of your colleague students.
Good night, everyone. I solemnly promise that as a member of the University of the West Indies, I will strive to follow the ideals of academic life, to love learning, to advance knowledge, to show respect to the staff of the university and my fellow students, to lead a seemly life, and set a worthy example of good behavior wherever I may be.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. We will now have a performance by Miss Victoria Maharaj. Victoria Maharaj is currently in her third year at the UWI Open Campus pursuing her Bachelor of Science in Financial Management. She is 22 years of age and was awarded the UWI Open Scholarship in 2020 for being the campus's top matriculant then. Can you imagine? She is a past pupil of the Naparima Girls High School, having attained 10 CXCs and 10K passes. She has a passion for music, and at present, she is preparing for the finals of a number of singing competitions in her home country, Trinidad and Tobago. She's a finalist in the Hindi film singing contest, Sanjeet Pradarshan, which has been internationally broadcast on Sankaya television and via various social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Victoria Maharaj. much. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Very nice. I now invite our director, University Director, Alumni Relations, Mrs. Celia Davidson Francis, who will bring a message on behalf of the alumni. Mrs. Celia Davidson Francis is Director of Alumni Relations for the University of the West Indies and works at the UWI Regional Headquarters in Jamaica, a position she has held for the past 17 years. She is responsible for UWI alumni globally and leads strategic alumni programming for the institution's diverse graduate population. She proudly holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the UWI, her Caribbean alma mater, and a Master of Arts degree from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. She holds diplomas in marketing and management and teaching English as a second language from the universities of Colorado and Florida, respectively. She speaks French fluently and is currently pursuing a PhD at Salice's UWI Mona. Her results-oriented style and professional expertise has significantly increased alumni communications and engagement across the university. The alumni pledge, the UWI Nexus, Pelican Talks, the Soft and Life Skills Series, and the Vice Chancellor's UWI Stat Ambassadorial Corps, and more have been created under her directorship. And she continues to innovate as she seeks to build one UWI, one alumni family. Mrs. Davidson Francis, we welcome you this evening.
Thank you so much. Greetings all. Chair of the Open Campus Council, Ambassador Dr. June Sumer, Vice Chancellor Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, Open Campus Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal Dr. Francis Severin, Dr. Emily Dickford, Deputy Principal, Campus Registrar Mrs. Althea Gordon, Open Campus Guild President Mrs. Christine McCann, top matriculant Shania Taylor, and Mrs. Sandra Griffith Carrington, the campus alumni officer for the Open Campus, all other campus and university colleagues, and of course, most importantly, all of the Open Campus students. You are now a part of the UWI family. Congratulations. As Director of Alumni Relations to the UWI and a proud UWI graduate myself, I am honored to be here. It is my pleasure to bring greetings to you, the newest sons and daughters of the Pelican, our future alumni of the University of the West Indies. This function is significant because it celebrates your journey at the UWI. So welcome to the 2022-2023 academic year. I invite you to make the most of your university experience and to take every opportunity to become involved in the life of the Open Campus. Your university experience will be what you make it. You are a part of the living history of the UWI, and we are so proud of you for having chosen the UWI Open Campus. As I said before, you are our future alumni. Your alumni relationship with the UWI actually began when you selected and applied to the Open Campus, and every interaction you have with your university will impact your perspective of the university and your attachment to the university. I congratulate and support the Open Campus for creating the Student Experience Unit, as this will assist in increasing your affinity as graduates. So enjoy your student life, as the more you do, the more you will keep a lifelong relationship and a lifelong connection to the UWI Open Campus as a graduate. Many alumni and members of the UWI Alumni Association chapters stand ready to assist. Alumni Relations programming by my office is designed to put you in touch with UWI graduates. And for example, you may join our Easy e-mentorship program, which is available 24/7. And you may tune into our soft and life skills sessions, which enhance your overall learning experience as well. The UWI UWI Stat Vice Chancellor's Ambassadorial Corps is well recognized for its important mandates, such as sustainable development, climate action and advocacy, the promotion of the UWI, and the promotion of Caribbean integration, unity, and pride. And I invite you to find out more about UWISTAT. Please definitely sign up with the UWISTAT CAN network, which promotes climate action and resilience across our beautiful Caribbean. Supporting you, our future alumni, is central to our alumni relations mission and to showing you the importance and advantages of maintaining a lifelong relationship with the UWI Open Campus. We look forward to the day when we can welcome you officially to the graduate family. Until then, make your UE experience a great journey and involve us all, the alumni, to help you make it so. Many blessings to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Davidson Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of our program, but before you go, there are two things we have to do. Firstly, I have to do my closing remarks, of course. And I say to you, thank you so much for coming this evening, for engaging with us, for being here, and for choosing the UWI Open Campus. There are some people I need to thank very much for making this happen today. I want to thank, first of all, our Assistant Registrar, Mrs. Alicia Walters Archie, and her team, especially Miss Ingrid Campbell, who made this evening possible, did the planning and organizing everything. Our marketing and communications team, led by Miss Marcia Reed, thank you so much. Our computing and technology and services team, especially Mr. Patrick Johnson, who enabled all of this right here that we're looking at. Our technical team for this event, Mr. Kevin Ramsubag and Cherise Glasgow. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard a lot this evening. We heard so much. We heard from our guild president, Mrs. Christine McCann, who stressed the idea of partnership, your journey being a partnership between us, the administrators, faculty, coordinators, everybody, programmers, and so on, and you, our students. We also heard from our pro-vice chancellor and principal, and he stressed respect and asked you to remain positive at all times. Do not entertain doubtful thoughts, he said, and lead from the front, as we do not have the luxury of time. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard and saw what the deputy principal presented to us. None of us can say we don't know about our campus and our university as a whole. She gave us a wonderful overview of the UWI and the Open Campus specifically. Our Vice Chancellor, he spoke about discovering the significance of yourself, of your Caribbean journey. And he asked that we fulfill our mission and maximize our opportunities while here, and even after we leave this place, to be citizens of the Caribbean. We thank Shania. We wish Shania well on this new journey, and I'm sure she will do well because she has excelled from the day she was born to this very moment. And we say, Shania and the rest of your colleagues, welcome to the UWI. Victoria Maharaj for her beautiful rendition of Hallelujah. I was mesmerized by your playing. And finally, our alumni director, Mrs. Celia Davidson Francis, who brought us well wishes and highlighted some of the programs she oversees. But I wanted to say to you this evening that one of the programs offered under alumni services that really directly has impacted me is the UWI Students Today, Alumni Tomorrow, UWISTAT. And I encourage everybody to please look at that program. Our campus contact for alumni relations is Mrs. Sandra Griffith Carrington, and she can provide all the information you need regarding the alumni program and the UWISTAT program for that matter. Get involved. Remember, your guild is here to serve you, but there are so many activities outside of just the educational part of what we do here. Ladies and gentlemen, we now will have the playing of our university song. And we do have a university song, and I'm hoping that by the time you get to graduation, you will know this song well. It's a fabulous song, and it represents us so very well. Thank you very much. I am really hoping that the song will play this evening because I cannot sing that well. So I will not be able to lead you in the song. So I'm asking my team whether or not we're getting the song today. I'm very much hoping so. There we go.
From Caribbean islands, Guyana and Belize, was born our University of the West Indies. Proud symbol of our oneness, our strength in unity. With vision clear, you came along to shape our destiny. To follow after knowledge, the truth to seek and find. To teach us love and justice, to liberate our mind. Today we see you rising, a light out of the west, that guides the feet of all who seek the noblest and the best. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and broad bears of that light are we. So we follow those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. As from your noble portals, your sons and daughters go to face a world of challenges, to conquer every foe. We'll work and play together, and as time marches on, we'll never forget the lesson that they all are, we are one. UWI, we praise you, we lift our voice in song. We let our big drums roll loud and steel pans ping ping pong. For you have shaped our lives so that we can truly sing. To you we owe our gratitude, a debt we can't repay. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and broad bears of that light are we. So we follow those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. This is our University of the West Indies.
Thank you so much to everyone for coming. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, Chanel. And thank you so much to all who contributed to this event. I wish you only the very best for the rest of the evening and for the rest of the week, for that matter. And look forward to our further interaction throughout the semester. Good evening. Bye.
Thank you, Campus Registrar.